game today. Man City may well have the better individuals, but Chelsea have to be the better team if they want to win this game. When it comes to a one-off cup final, it's about spirit, it's about your resolve, and it's about your will to win over 93, 94 minutes.
And on the back of that, sorry, Gigi, set pieces. You look at moments in games that can turn. When you get a set piece in good areas, can we make that count? And defensively, can we make sure they don't?
We're going to stay with Man City for a while, and you saw him there leading his team into the stadium, the boss, Pep Guardiola. Now, there's a little bit for you here from his pre-match press conference where he is aware of the dangers of a wounded animal.
I don't like to play in a short period of time with one team when you beat him before. I don't like too much. In part for us, in part for the opponent. So they are incredible professional players. They are proud. They will do an extra. So when we lost 2-0 in Stamford Bridge, we could not accept that defeat again here at home. So, but it's what it is. So we're going to face mentally as well as possible, play the final, improve what I said before, which kind of type of games you have to play when you play in finals, and do a good game and try to win the title. Chelsea demanding you a lot of things in terms of is the team maybe one of the best in Europe when you have to be more consistent defensively. They are able to take your ball during 30 seconds or 45 seconds. Normally it doesn't happen, and they are able to do that. So they are more consistent defensively, and the spaces to attack is minor, especially for the movement for Jorginho. They help a lot to make the transition, the forward, backwards, really well. And of course the quality of the players they have, especially Hazard, William or Pedro, Higuain or the other one. So we were focused on that, and tomorrow will be the same, focus on what you have to do to win the game in tactical approach. It's a final. I think the players, they know exactly what does it mean to play a final.
Sergio Aguero, 24 goals this season, 5 of them against Chelsea across 2 matches, remembering the Community Shield at the very start. And that interesting sort of hair colour doesn't match the beard at all, but it hasn't affected his scoring, Jason.
No, and your hair colour doesn't affect how you are as a footballer, Sheesh. Whether you've got hair or you haven't, he is right out there, one of the best players, certainly strikers the Premier League has ever seen. Give him a chance, he'll score. He loves a goal against. How do
you deal with him? How do you shut him down?
I think it comes down to just the supply. I know it sounds easy, but if you can stop the ball as a defensive unit to allow him to get into the area was poor. This was an absolute gift, right? And he's latched onto it. He's not going to turn that up. But I think in terms of where we are, if we can stop that supply, then the midfield becomes absolutely crucial about a midfield 3. And I look at the way we want to play, expansive, exciting football, pass, move, 1 and 2 touch, which is great. When we got the ball, when we haven't got that ball, I think we've got to become a unit. And I think that there have been times this season, and in big games, immediately I'm going to go to Spurs away, Arsenal away, Manchester City away, and Man United in the FA Cup. When we don't have the ball, how do we react? We need to flood back. We need to make sure we get bodies back, stop that route through. But it's me saying it on the side of the pitch, I've not got to run around there.
Yeah, we're waiting for the team to come out for their warm-ups, but Frank, it was interesting that Pep Guardiola said he'd rather not be facing Chelsea so soon after that hammering at their place. It's not always a good thing to stick 6 past a team, because you know that side will do everything possibly in their power to get revenge.
100%. You know, they would be scarred from that result. I think, you know, in my career, I think I was on the wrong end of a 6 once at Nottingham Forest as a very young lad. I remember Stuart Pearce scoring a hat-trick on the day, and he was unbelievable. And that hurt me. I was only 18, 19-year-old in the football club, and, you know, experiencing relatively not a lot of football. But it hurt me down to the core by getting beat by that. It scarred me for a long time. The Chelsea players will go out there today, and if they're not up for this game, after getting beat 6, you'll never be up for a game of football. One
thing I will say on the back of that, rarely do you get 2 results in the same season so bad. And immediately I thought today on the way in here about Crystal Palace when they got beaten 9-0, I think it was, at Anfield, and they beat them in the FA Cup semi-final that same season, where everyone predicted an absolute whitewash. Look, we're underdogs for a reason. I do not see the same game. They beat us here. in pre-season, the Community Shield, convincing. We beat them at our place. They've beaten us. You know, there's a pattern emerging here, Gigi. It's our turn to win.
Yeah, it certainly is. I quite like that pattern. Now, on loan this season from Real Madrid at Chelsea is Mateo Kovacic, who, if needed today, can come on from the bench. Now, he was fresh at Chelsea from reaching the World Cup final with Croatia, and he is determined to be successful with the Blues.
In my mind, in the World Cup and everything, I thought a lot of leaving. So I was not too concentrated on other things because I wanted to leave, and yeah, in the end, I was happy that it happened because my head was hurting a lot this month, and I wanted just to go. And in the end, like I said before, I was very happy that Chelsea wanted me and that I came here. But I knew it as well because I looked a lot, and Luke told me it's a tough league, that physically very strong, the players are fast, big, and yeah, everything what I see now, it's the most difficult league, but I like it a lot and I'm getting used to it. When players are used to play another football and then to come here to change everything, it's difficult, but he has his football in his mind, and that's a great personality. He just wanted to play. He just wants to play his football, and that's what we're trying to do, and trying to win a trophy. Because in the end, the most important thing is to win trophies. But the players know it, and these players are used to win trophies. So I'm sure we will do a great year this season.
It's a wonderful sight, the National Stadium, Wembley Stadium, the Arctic, you can see from miles around, especially on a day like today. The sun has been shining, the temperatures have been good, and you may have just heard the cheering behind me, and that is because the Chelsea players have now just come out for their warm-up into the pitch. You can see Eden Hazard there. He starts, if you're just joining us, as the false